Yo, 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 yo. What up, people? How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode, A Whole Lot of Cap with your boy, Ayo Eric in the building. And I got my guy in here,
Killer Cat, what's
Y'all,
going on with you?
y'all know Killer Kev, man. He in this thing, man. We are the host of Whole Lot of Cap. And we ain't gonna waste no time today,
Oh,
bro.
no, for sure.
We ain't wasting no time. We finna get straight into it, man. We told y'all last, man. All you people that be in the comments arguing with us across the YouTube sphere and Instagram and TikTok, all this shit, and y'all was trying to tell us like that, like y'all was trying to tell us this whole Keke Palmer situation was her getting beat up by her boyfriend, and that she was doing what was best for her child, so he wouldn't be around an abusive father. Well, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna show y'all. We're gonna show y'all better than we can tell y'all. Because there is actual proof now. Y'all said y'all wanted proof. Y'all said we were just talking and that show you the money. Basically is what you said. So we're gonna show y'all the money, man. There's more to this shit than meets the eye. And we're gonna react to it, but we're gonna show y'all what was actually said.
To me, I didn't need to stay on that. That's my bad.
Wiggins.
It's my bad to say nasty things to you, even if you did say nasty things to me. It's my
Armand
bad
Wiggins.
to put my hands on you, even though you did whatever that you did that made me feel that way. Like, I'm gonna take responsibility. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. You said nasty things to me. I didn't need to say on that. That's my
Armand
bad.
Wiggins.
It's my bad to say nasty things to you, even if you did say nasty things to me. It's my
Armand
bad
Wiggins.
to put my hands on you, even though you did whatever that you did that made me feel that way. Like, I'm gonna take responsibility.
It's nasty.
Tish.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Oh my God. Did y'all hear what was just said? So for all of you guys who don't know what was going on in that clip, but you heard what was said, Keke Palmer was having a back and forth with Darrius Jackson, I think that's his name, her baby daddy, and she was apologizing for talking crazy to him because she feels like she shouldn't stoop to his level and talk crazy when he's talking crazy, even though there's no proof of who said what first, what I'm saying, what triggered what. But then she also took it a step further and she apologized for putting her hands on him because of what he said to her. So she basically admitted that she been beating his ass and she hit him first. But Shade Room, for example,
Hasn't reported it.
has not reported this yet, and this has been out for hours. And this is what we're saying when we say, like, a lot of women, like, they say they want equality, but how do you want equality when you are not spreading the whole truth? You only want to paint the picture in one light. Like, if it whatever makes the man look bad, y'all are running to the internet. Like when they had that video the other day where they showed the picture of her. I don't know, was he standing over her or something
Nah, he
like
was
that?
throwing her like across the couch or something like that. I think he threw her over the couch. There was a video where I think they was on the steps or something like that. He was like standing. Yeah, he was standing over her.
Standing over. So, the crazy part about that is, like, we don't know what the hell happened right before that because the video was edited in a way where it just showed him and it looked like he was the aggressor. The video picture or whatever, I saw a picture. So you didn't really see exactly what started it. I've been in situations like where if you walked in on me, like where I'm trying to get somebody off of me, I'm like pushing them. If you just walked in and you saw me making a pushing motion, you would think that I was the aggressor. No, I'm trying to get you off of me. I've had women that when I have said, yo, I am leaving. I am walking out of the house because I need to get away from this bullshit.
They blocked the door. They didn't let you out. They said,
Oh my God,
where are you going?
We did not rehearse this. We didn't rehearse this. And
trying to de-escalate. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's been so many times because my mom always told me as a man, like when it's bullshit going on like that, leave. So I've always tried to keep that type of mindset. Like if a woman is trying to get aggressive with me, leave. There has been so many times where a woman has jumped in front of a door and would not allow me to leave. There's been times where I'm watching TV, a woman has turned the TV off, knocked my video game over, grabbed me like several times. And that situation, it seems like it's the exact same shit Darrius Jackson went through. Now, if he was responding like if he was, retaliating like with physical abuse because that's how she was, addressing him. Then why did she go down there and get a restraining order knowing that you have put your hands on this man? And why is your son? Why are you saying that you're scared for your son when you are just as aggressive, if not more aggressive, than the father?
Because DV is a real nasty thing. DV is whoever tells first, right? So at the end of the day, this is a strategic move by her. I think by the end of the day, you file first. Now he has the burden of proof that he has to sit there and prove that he's not doing anything. But I mean, logical people are going to sit here and break this down correctly, right? Like you was with the girl for 3. I mean, you with the man for 3 years, excuse me. You with the man for 3 years, and you're going to tell me that even beforehand, you're telling us that he's been beating on you before you had the baby. So you sat there, was willing to take abuse, have a baby with an abuser, and then after that, sit there. And now, because it's no longer serving you, want to sit there and say he's a monster. So I think they're equally gaslighting each other. I'm not going to absolve homie from the situation either, but at the same point in time, I think they're equally gaslighting each other. I think they're equally culprits in the demise of the relationship. I think, there may be situations that tip the scales a little bit, but I think they're both equally wrong. I mean, look at, the clip with the mother saying she'll pop them in and stuff like that. It's, I think we all been in situations where, the relationship has gone too toxic, and now, it's like, it's too much shit involved.
Too far gone. Yeah. Get out of there.
So now, like I said, the relationship is truly dissolved. Now there's too many people in it. We're all in the group chat, I guess, as the
at this point.
say. So, we're taking sides, and I think that at the end of the day, the main issue is that the people who were defending Keke to the death, what do y'all got to say now? I mean, like, what, like, we're not, like I said, we're not excusing homie's behavior.
Not at all.
We're not sitting here saying that, oh, he's innocent in this issue, but y'all were saying she was innocent. Y'all were saying, oh, she's unproblematic, she don't do anything. You got to understand that celebrities are regular motherfuckers with money.
Facts.
So, they do regular shit. So, it's just their issues are on Front Street while your issues is behind closed doors, per se. So, I mean,
you know how I knew that the picture that was being painted was a false picture from the jump? They made it seem like she was terrified of this nigga. She was so scared because he was beating her ass. But if you look at everything that went down with that Usher situation,
exactly what I said.
If you were scared of your boyfriend or your husband, you would have never done that shit. And then let's say you did do that. Like she went out dressed inappropriately, like with her ass out, and he didn't like that. If you were so scared of him, you wouldn't have went out and did it. Okay, but let's say she was in another state, right? She went to Vegas to do it, and he wasn't there. You wouldn't have made a video with it. You wouldn't have put the video out. You wouldn't have then doubled down on it.
That's my man.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have went and done the music video with Usher and did all this shit where you were joking and laughing in niggas' face after that. So I knew that there had to be more to the story. On top of that, what man in his right mind now? Keke Palmer is a celebrity, legit celeb. Like most of us damn near grew up watching her. Like, cause she's been on for so long that she was making movies back when we were all kids. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's a little younger than us, she's been around for shit since we were kids. And so, what regular man like that's not a celebrity would get into a relationship with a celebrity and start putting his hands on her? First, like how would you go about putting your hands on Keke Palmer first? As soon as you put your hands on her,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
The public opinion is gonna kill you.
Exactly. So I figured what I was thinking was the only way this man could have felt comfortable putting his hands on a fucking big ass African American celebrity is to it had to be she hit him first. Which made him.
It created a comfortable environment for them to go back and forth.
It created this environment where a woman hits you, you hit her back out of retaliation. The woman is 9 out of 10 not going to report you to the cops, and she's not going to just leave you after you hit her because you hit her back. And she ultimately knows that, hey, this was my fault too. But what I don't respect about it is you got so far from the first time y'all were hitting each other to you understood that I hit him first. That's why you didn't turn him in. But now that y'all have a kid and y'all are on the rocks for real this time, now you go make it seem like to the courts that this is a monster and that he hit you and like it was all his fault.
I mean, she's falling into that, like you said, she's falling into that
Karen.
typical, I don't say Karen, but the typical baby mom's agenda where, to punish the dad, the first thing you're going to do is say, oh, this man's been doing X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. And now it just looks like he's a monster. Now he has to prove that he's not a monster. And it's an unfortunate situation, but like to your point, Keke Palmer is a superstar, unproblematic, right? A lot of people ride for Keke Palmer, as we saw with the whole situation. So there's no way you're going to sit here and tell me, like you said, that he was just sitting there just pile driving her through the fucking floor and shit like that. It don't make, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no fucking sense. And then the fact that you're sitting there saying all these details, saying that he was beating you before the baby, and then you still have the baby with him. It wasn't adding up logically. You get what I'm saying? I know emotionally you're going to sit there and say, oh, but hit a woman. Cool, heard you.
It sounds good, and theoretically, you wouldn't want a man to ever hit a woman,
right? But
we are all people at the end of the day. Nobody should be hitting nobody. Like reflexes are real. Being in the heat of the moment is real. There's a guy in Vegas. We just saw a story that was posted on Say Cheese like a couple days ago. This guy actually, man, he threw his life away. He's like 19.
You talking about was it Caleb Williams? The ones that Mace made the joke about?
No, I didn't see that. I don't know.
The basketball player?
No. This is like some dude that live in Vegas. He was like a 19-year-old. He his girlfriend was flirting with a
loading the gun in the car and he killed the girl.
No, he killed the guy who flirted with his girlfriend at a party. They was at a party and he shot this man 5 times in front of a party full of people.
Oh, yes, that's murder.
And then drove away and got caught.
Jail.
Yeah, and so he's gonna get a shitload of time in jail, but he'll also get this shit called crime of passion because he didn't drive off. He didn't go think about it and come back and do it, so it's gonna knock time off. But he just threw his whole life away.
Depending on the lawyer, of course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they better fight that. Say that, throw that out there, but it ain't worth it though. At the end of the day, you threw your life away. And you kill somebody else over fucking flirting. The shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think, like I said, social media has warped a lot of people's perception of dating and a lot of people's perception of boundaries and XYZ. So now, we're sitting here saying this is egregious when it all could just be a misunderstanding. It all could just be maybe something took place where that had to happen in such a way for her to maneuver out of the situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you've been around your homegirls and there's been a nigga that's been aggressively flirting and she'll just flirt back to get out the way and she'll kind of be about her business. And then there's others where she's flirting to kind of be disrespectful. I mean, but everything, you really got to see things through a logical lens sometimes, and that's the only way you kind of gonna maneuver out of situations.
Yeah,
it's cool to be emotional, but that logic is always gonna get you out of trouble faster than the emotions will.
Man, tell me about it, bro. Like this shit is wild as fuck because it's like, y'all gotta stop running down there trying to get the cops involved, get the courts involved, knowing that you're only painting half of the picture. You're not painting the full scope. Y'all relationship can end today, but your kid is still both of y'all kids. Y'all women can't have it both ways. I'm not saying all women, but I've seen a large majority, and then I am on Shade Room watching it, and that shit is just pretty much a one-sided event. I'm watching a lot of people come up with excuses for one side when they know that it's two sides. Like, we can be logical. That's what I like about this podcast. We can come on here, and when a man is wrong, we can say the man is wrong. When a woman is wrong, we can say the woman is wrong. I am the same man that be on the internet literally arguing with. I've been arguing with niggas since 2020. My man can attest to it. I've been saying Tory Lanez did that shit from day fucking one because there is no way in hell the victim would lie on the wrong perpetrator. It makes no sense. And then you had 3 out of the 5 people who saw what happened say that it was Tory. And then one of the people didn't say anything, and the other person just happens to be Tory. Man, it don't take a lot. It don't take a rocket science.
He was the only one that was saying that. I really was like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So he was the only one. Like I said, I respect that. I mean,
I argue with everybody, my clients, my friends, family, like niggas I don't know. I'm arguing with the internet. I'm like, yo, he did this shit.
Yeah, you was on the island. I ain't gonna hold you. You was on the whole fucking island by yourself. And then as soon as that verdict came down, he was like, Like, he's like, do I gotta talk? I was like, all right, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man, we got you. Very.
So I just bring that up again just to say, like, don't look at us like, oh, they going in on the woman. I'm saying no. We see men go through this shit all the fucking time, all the time. I literally went to. I'm gonna throw out a personal experience that I had. I got an uncle who passed. Man, shout out to my uncle. Before he passed, man, my uncle, he was paying child support for his child, for his youngest son. We went to court. He wanted me to be a character witness. So his lawyer, and this is how men try to watch out for women, but women that go down there to the court and say whatever the fuck they want to say to make themselves look good. So his baby mama took him to court so she could get more child support. He was paying $800 a month. Now, some people might say, "Oh, that's good." Some people might say, "Man, that ain't enough." Like, it just depends. Like,
How much would they get?
huh?
How much would they get?
How much was they getting?
Yeah.
Well, she was getting $800 a month. She wanted more. So what happened? But check this out.
For one kid?
One kid. And so check this out though.
Kid gotta go.
This is what.
Kid gotta go.
So check this out though. So the lawyer, my uncle, I never knew this. My uncle didn't tell the lawyer the whole story because why? Because he's caring about his baby mama. My uncle had his son literally half the month. He would have his son every other week for the entire week. There's 4 weeks in a month, people. So why would anybody need to pay anybody child support anyway?
Right.
Because y'all both are splitting responsibilities. She took him down there just to get more money. So we get down there, right? As I'm sitting outside, the lawyer comes to talk to me like, "Hey, can you verify that he has his son every other week?" Mind you, my uncle was staying with my mom at the time, so I'm around them all the time. I tell the lawyer, I say, "Yeah, he be having his son, and he be having her other son too." The lawyer looked at me and said, "What?" He's like, "What you mean he be having her other son?" Like, I was like, "Well, she has another son that's not actually my uncle's kid." And when my uncle goes to get his son, he knows his son is going to want to be around his brother and want somebody around his age. So he grabs her son too. And so his son is at our house 2 weeks out of the month as well. The lawyer said, "What?" He wrote it down. He wrote something down in his book. He walked back in the courtroom. My uncle came out. My uncle is super macho guy. Like, you don't really see too much emotion out of him. My uncle came out of the courtroom, tears in his eyes. My uncle had tears in his eyes because he was paying $800 for that child. He was paying $800 for another child. The child support on the other child had got knocked down because I don't know if she was of age or she was like college age but hadn't went to school yet or something like that. But my uncle, in that day, he went from paying $1,600 a month in child support to paying $160 in child support. His child support went down to $80 on my cousin.
That's a success story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she went in trying to get more than the $800 she was getting, and she left out making $80, getting $80 in child support.
Wow.
Fucked herself.
Look how God worked.
Yeah.
Look how the Lord worked. You know what I mean? That shit. Wow.
Yeah. I can only speak on that shit because I was literally there when that shit happened, and I would never forget that because that was like the first time I ever seen my uncle cry. Like the only time, probably.
That's
like,
a good. I mean, that's a good fucking reason. Shit.
Yeah.
Let them drop my child support. I'm crying.
Man,
I'm
what?
about Kobe crying. Like, that shit. I'm like, yo, y'all can totally do it. Like, wow.
No bull, man. Like, nah, cause she was like, she was trying to sock it to him. Speaking of sock it to him, man, this Kelly Oubre shit, man. Yo, we thinking this nigga got hit by a car. I'm praying for him. Like I done said like 5-6 prayers for you. Hey man, you owe me some prayers now. Cause we getting word today that Kelly Oubre was never actually hit by a car.
No. He was hit by something, but they think it's a car, or they think so. According to the story, it's not confirmed. So we could be 100% wrong.
Oh,
he was dealing with somebody.
Okay.
Homie found out, and then homie beat his ass. Homie beat his ass, caved his chest in, beat his ass.
A chick
he was dealing with a chick,
and she had a boyfriend. And the boyfriend beat up Kelly Oubre.
Yes, because when they looked at the injuries, they said that they thought the injuries was not somebody getting hit, but they said the way the rib broke, it was too high. He would have had to get hit by a fucking truck, but he said he got hit by a car. So they was like, and they couldn't find the car. And they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find the car. So they was like, they couldn't find There was no witnesses.
There was no camera footage.
Yeah,
so,
no camera footage, no witnesses. But the only statement they had was his statement.
Yeah, they said the police say that the surveillance video does not show hit and run against Sixers Kelly Oubre Jr. Now, that brings me to my next point then. So he told him he got hit by a car. Everybody actually believed that he got hit by a car, including the paramedics. So who the fuck was this nigga he was fighting? Thanos?
Right, had to be.
The Juggernaut? Like, how the fuck?
Yeah, Thanos and Debo. Somebody, listen, all I know is that somebody whooped his ass so bad it cracked ribs and stuff like that. But like I said, the way the bruising works is when one of your ribs break, your whole rib cage is turned.
Yo.
So they're not thinking like, okay, like, you know, like if they see the bruising, they're gonna think, okay, you got hit by a car. I can see you probably did some shit. Nah, it was too high. So they're kind of like.
See, that's why I'm scared to fight like most of you niggas that I don't know your strength. Like, because like what if you wind up fighting the super nigga? Like, that's just crazy, bro. Like, the fuck this nigga out here taking the shit they gave Captain America when he was in fucking Armed Forces.
Super serum?
Yeah, he got the super serum. That is crazy, bro. I'm gonna turn one of you niggas into chunky soup. I got a gun for a reason, because that is crazy. You imagine getting punched like that.
That wouldn't happen. Listen, yeah, square up, not a problem. Still one gun up.
Bro.
Pull my gun up. I'm not squared up.
Donovan McNabb, you niggas is gonna be chunky soup. Go pull out a can of chunky soup. That's gonna be your organs. Like, that's.
But they said more information will drop. But as of right now, that's the running story that he got his ass whooped by somebody's boyfriend, and they did a number to the nigga. They beat the shit out of the nigga.
Speaking of unbelievable feats, John Wick 5 is they said it's reportedly already in the works. Hey man, free my nigga Keanu Reeves, man.
Hey, nigga is dead. I thought he died.
Bro.
He died at the end.
Apparently
spoiler alert, the nigga died. The nigga died at the end, bro. Like,
yo.
He's been out for 8 months. You ain't see that shit, that's on you. The nigga died, bro. The nigga died.
He begged Keanu Reeves.
He did.
Begged the directors
to stop,
to kill him off in this last movie. He is so tired of this role. Yep. It is crazy. But the movies are fucking phenomenal. So I'm kind of torn. It's like,
I don't know. They said so. The original ending was supposed to be that he walks off, and then something happens. He gets a phone call, and they need him somewhere, and then that's what leads into John Wick 5.
Yeah,
that's when he begged, and he was like, "Bruh, I am in my 50s. Hey, y'all niggas is killing me. Kill me in the." So they killed him, but apparently from the rumors that everybody's saying that he's supposed to. They said that it wasn't him who died. They're supposed to be like, oh, it was to trick people to think he was dead, and he's supposed to come out from the thing and just start doing some weird shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's like some come from the shadows type shit, like you're alive type weird shit. I don't know, but at this point, I don't know. If you see Keanu looking sad, it's because he's filming John Wick 5.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like,
they said supposed to be 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to end John Wick 8.
So there's a way. God damn.
But he had to fight to get that
plus 8, huh?
He had to fight to get that last one taken off. It's supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'll do one more just because of the fanfare.
That's what she said. But I am not I'm not mad at there being another John Wick, because I love the movies. Everybody loves John Wick. Like, this is like one of the best, like,
I bet you he throws it.
Huh?
I bet you he throws it. I bet you he fucks the roll up just so they can stop fucking going.
But you don't even have to put John Wick in there, because you introduced a new character last movie that everybody is interested in, and we don't know shit about. This black dude with the fucking dog. Who is this nigga? Where did he come from? Who is his people? How did he get good at fighting? How did he learn how to shoot? There is so much. This guy is super interesting. He came out of nowhere, and he fucked with John Wick. He could just be like the successor to John Wick. Like we could.
I think they did say that if you saw the what was the name of the show that was on Peacock, that limited series?
I didn't see that. There was a limited series about John Wick.
Not John Wick. It's about the what's the name? It's the Continental. There we go.
Yeah.
If you've seen the Continental, one of the characters from the Continental is supposed to get a spinoff. He's supposed to be the successor to John Wick, just because it did so good. They didn't expect him to get the numbers it did. Oh. So it may lead into where he kind of gives the reins over to him in John Wick 5, so that it can continue.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. I think.
So is that the character that's talking about, the black dude and the dog?
That's one of them. It's supposed to be one or the other. So it's kind of it was. I think it was a white guy. It was a white guy.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
But yeah,
because the black dude, man, I love that character. His dog was fucking vicious too, my nigga. He out there fucking shit up left and right, coming out.
But he's supposed to be in that movie too. He's supposed to come back. He's supposed to make a reoccurring role.
His dog remind me of, you remember The Simpsons? It remind me of Mr. Burns' dogs, like just fucking shit up anytime you stepped on his property. Yeah, they was like that. Yeah, man. So I would love to watch it. Like they could just make the next movie about him. Maybe John Wick. Maybe Keanu doesn't have to have a big role in this. He could play like where he is basically teaching the black dude the way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he could kind of be like his sensei, if you will.
I don't know, but yeah, I hate when they see a cash cow of a movie like John Wick and they just stretch it. You know what I mean? And they just milk the fuck out of it. Then you don't want to watch this shit no more. Hella pauses, my bad. And they just do all that shit. Same thing they did the Bourne Identity, like the Bourne series. I mean, you know, it was. I think we left with more questions than answers, and now it's to the point where he doesn't even want to do it no more. So.
He's on the Bourne.
Yeah, the Bourne series.
I never even actually got into that one. I know I had to.
The Bourne series is probably one of the. That was the original John Wick without the guns. It was just him just being a super spy.
Yeah.
So you know, but it's funny, like a lot of those super spy action type shits, Jack Ryan, all that stuff like that. I think people get tired, like, you know, the actors who do it, they get tired of it. They like, I mean, Jack Ryan, I think they cut the series 2 episodes because he said he didn't want to do it no more. He said, I was tired. I was fucking tired. Like,
I'm rich by this point. I don't really need this shit.
Yeah, he was like, no, fuck it.
Hey man, speaking of rich niggas fighting, Draymond Green is crazy because did you see that? Did you see the Timberwolves versus the Warriors?
I'm torn because I agree with everything Rudy Gobert has been saying for the past 24 hours, but at the same point in time, I also agree with Draymond. I don't think you need to choke slam a nigga the way he did, but the way,
especially a nigga that wasn't aggressive, he was trying to break up a fight.
Yeah, I mean, like you came out the woodwork and you just grabbed that man and you just choked the shit out that man. You laughing the whole time to the point where everybody looking at you like, what are you doing?
It was some evil shit going on. Like I don't respect what Draymond did because first of all, we'll get to Clay later on. Like this was a one-on-one situation. Gobert runs in to break it up, right? So when he goes in to break it up, he is under the impression that he is the guy, the peacemaker in this. He's trying to separate the kids, right? As he's doing that, you come in, grab this man around his throat, you squeeze. On top of that, the man never knew you was about to do that, like, and you don't let go. You could have fucking killed this nigga, bro.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when Ben Simmons choked the shit out of Karl Anthony Towns and he tapped?
Oh shit! You
never saw that?
No, I have to go back and watch that because I must have.
I don't know, I don't know what happened, but Ben Simmons choked the shit out of it, and then you hear him go like that, and I was like, what happened? But no, I think. So according to what they said Gobert came in and was pushing everybody, and Draymond saw him do this, so he thought that he was trying to choke niggas like on some Undertaker shit. So here he come on his fucking Undertaker shit and just choke the shit out the man.
Nah, man,
on some diabolical shit.
Nah, they trying to make it sound worse than what it was. Like I went back and watched that tape a few different times. Man, Gobert just went through. He really
was just spreading the thing, and then here comes like Draymond just choked. But you know who I'm really proud of in this whole situation?
Who that?
Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, he didn't hit nobody in the nuts this time.
Didn't do a damn thing. Chris Paul's like, everybody chill out. Everybody chill. I'm proud of Chris Paul because I was expecting a nigga to trip somebody and they could like sit there and hit a nigga in the kneecap or something.
That is Chris Paul-esque. That is how he gets down.
I'm proud of it. But to defend him, like Steve Kerr was like, yeah, he was in there defending his guys, and then Gobert was like, I mean, he was like, I get it, you gotta defend your guy, but I think deep down inside, Steve Kerr, no, that nigga's a clown. And I agree. Draymond do a lot of clown shit, and you can't really defend it anymore. And then he made a point, and somebody looked it up. Every time Steph Curry doesn't play for long periods of time, Draymond has at least 1 or 2 ejections.
Yeah, he doesn't like playing without Steph because he knows 9 out of 10 he gonna lose. So this is what
gotta leave early. For the
so I got to tip, man. Y'all not gonna put this L on me. I told y'all I was great. You know what I'm saying? So how is this going?
Yeah, they looked at stat. This is a true stat. Yeah, when Steph don't play for long periods of time, Draymond either has an ejection or his technicals go up. Like, it's just crazy. I was like, wow,
that is crazy.
Nigga really trying to head for the showers early.
Speaking of a guy breaking up a good situation, Brandon Marshall is going against his former colleagues at the I Am Athlete.
So help me with that, because I don't understand what the fuck going on.
So I definitely understand. People are trying to paint Brandon Marshall out to be this bad guy, and I understand he has mental issues. He's talked about them extensively, but in this particular situation, there is nothing wrong with what he's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally. So what happened was he wanted to start the I Am Athlete podcast. He did that. It was doing phenomenally well.
Is that the one he did with Cedric Clark and the other guy?
It was let's see who I was on there. It was who are these guys? It was
I think, because I know Cedric Clark's on one of them.
Cedric Clark. Hold on, I'm trying to. So there's new people.
His name completely wrong.
There's new people on
Ryan
there.
Clark. Shit.
Ryan Clark is with. Hold on. So
Ryan
I'm gonna get to
Clark.
it.
There we go. And then it's the other guy who be saying some weird shit, mad suspect shit.
Yeah. Hold on. No, yeah, you talking about the dude with the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga right there is crazy. Let's see. So let's see who all was a part of it. Fred Taylor was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Former running back for the Jaguars, one of the greats. You had let's see, Channing Crowder, that's who you're talking about. And was it was Reggie Wayne was a part of it.
Right.
So the I Am Athlete podcast was started by Brandon Marshall. He also had Reggie Wayne, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor be a part of it. He also had gyms that were called I Am Athlete gyms or whatever. He wanted everybody to go in and put money up to promote the podcast, to pay for the set and all of that, all of the things of that nature, right? So they all agreed to be hosts on it, but nobody put money in. This man wound up putting like $1.3 million into promotion of the podcast, the facilities, paying the people to edit it, all of those things or whatever. So he put a shitload of money into it. They put in $0. Now, when you work hard and you put things together like that, they tend to work out a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they already had like names or whatever. So things took off. Once things started taking off, the other guys came in like, hey, it's 4 of us. Reggie Wayne wound up leaving early. He never actually, I don't think he ever said why he left. But people think he was just
I think he said
busy.
it was because that part I remember. I think he said it was like time scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
He wanted to be with his family.
You got to be committed when you're doing stuff like this. So what they wanted to happen was Fred Taylor, Channing Crowder, and Chad Johnson. Which Chad, I don't think Chad was.
Chad was just
he was
appearing on. He wasn't. Yeah, he was appearing on. He didn't stay.
Yeah,
that's why he's doing that thing now with Shannon.
Exactly. So I think what it was is Channing Crowder and Fred Taylor wanted everybody to split everything up a quarter. Like they wanted like the editors to make 25%. They wanted 25% to go to each one of them and 25% to go to Brandon Marshall. That makes no fucking sense.
It don't.
If you put in all of the money, why would you then split it evenly all over?
You put in $0. Why is your ROI so high? Like,
right.
It needs to be zero.
It needs to be zero. I don't understand where they were coming from with that number, with that percentage. That makes no fucking sense, because it would be different if he didn't give you a chance to put in on it.
But
like
he asked you multiple times and you kind of just rebuffed him. And now that you guys have a platform and you guys are getting noticed, now all of a sudden you want to sit there and say, I was there.
Right.
You know, like I've been out there from the start.
You can't do it that way, because yes, now that the divide happened and they went over and started their own podcast, which is
that's the shit with Ryan Clark.
Yeah, the one. Okay. So Ryan Clark came above. So Ryan Clark is in on this too. Now they're beefing because Brandon Marshall called Ryan Clark corny, and yeah, so he called him corny, and like Ryan Clark was like, I ain't had shit to do with what y'all had going on. He was like, he's mad at me because he was trying to get Ryan Clark to be part of I Am Athlete, and Ryan Clark decided to go with the other guys. Now, when Ryan Clark decided to do that or whatever, Brandon Marshall felt some type of way, and Brandon Marshall, he did some fuck shit too because him and Ryan Clark, they were teaching these kids or whatever at this camp, and so Ryan Clark was like, "Hey, I know you might be mad that I didn't decide to go with your
still teach the kids.
yeah, but I can still teach the kids if you. But when he said if you want me to, I can still do it. Let me know." He was like, "Yeah, you can still do it." So he flies all the way out to whatever city they're doing it in, and Brandon Marshall gets somebody else to go tell him, like, "Nah, nigga, that's fucked
we
up."
would have fought right there.
Now that's fucked up. So so they have their issues because of that. Now, what's the name of this podcast? The podcast now, Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor have a podcast that is really dope called The Pivot. So now, what we can't do is we can't allow the outcome to negate, like we can't allow the outcome being positive to paint the picture that all the fuck shit that happened before that was cool. Like we can't say like, oh well, Jay-Z made more money than Dame Dash, so Dame Dash was wrong. That doesn't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because one went on to make more money, it doesn't mean that the other person was wrong. And the reason I'm saying that is because when those guys left the Pivot, there was a certain chemistry that they had. And it was organic. So we liked all of them together. Now, when you left Brandon Marshall by himself. So he has to bring new people in, and those people, it's not always a guarantee that it's going to mesh as well. So when three of y'all went over here, or two of y'all went over here, of course you got more of the same chemistry that you had with him, because it's more of y'all. You can't have chemistry with yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, why are y'all trying to make it seem like because the Pivot is doing better than I Am Athlete that he was wrong? Bro, y'all didn't put money in on the situation, and he didn't allow y'all to fuck him over, or like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in hindsight, he would have done some things different. Like, maybe he would have gave y'all 20% or 18% instead of offering y'all whatever he offered you. Even if he offered y'all 15%. Yeah, I mean, and y'all did what was better, what was best for y'all in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went and started a new podcast, and thank God that it actually did well. But that man didn't do y'all wrong, though. Like, he gave y'all a chance to pay. Everybody, like, so when I feel like even if I was in that situation, I'm gonna pay my people really fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna make some good money. You're gonna get shit, you gonna get like a nice percentage. But to say that like everybody deserves the same thing when you put in all the money, that's fucking crazy.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Y'all left that man out there to work with his own money and get the shit hot. And yes, y'all brought y'all celebrity to the situation, but he had celebrity too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like y'all just did.
Yeah, it brought a uniqueness. Like, it's former players basically talking about the game and kind of giving us a different insight, kind of like what the NBA players are doing. Yeah. And now, you guys kind of mucked it up a little bit, but I mean, I see Brandon Marshall getting back on his feet. He just has to find the right people.
Definitely has to do that, because right now he's in an awkward space where he's gonna have to find that audience again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been doing good going on other people's podcasts. He was just on Cam Newton shit the other day, and he was just not. He was saying whatever the fuck was on his mind. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, he may just have to kind of just merge in with somebody, like with a Cam Newton, and kind of make that thing and talk to them and kind of like blend their podcast together, kind of like what, like I said, what Ocho Cinco did with Shannon, but and have that kind of that play. Yeah. But I mean, as of right now, him doing it, there's a lot of bad stigma with it just because of what's going on. So I mean, that's maybe his only feasible option. Yeah. To blend the podcast that's established together with a Cam Newton, or kind of even call up Ocho and say, listen, put me as a third man or something like that. I mean, even though, he's done it and he's created that platform and made that shit work, that might be the only route he has left.
Yeah, because right now nobody's really watching his shit. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of people doing shit that nobody cares about, Andre 3000 is releasing a new album where he's only going to be playing the flute and there's no bars.
You know that's equivalent to? That's equivalent to like Lauryn Hill dropping the live album and the album in Tokyo. it's like, oh shit, Lauryn Hill dropping an album, and it's like, oh, it's a remix of the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's up, it's on brand for this nigga. Cause I'm like, you know what? This shit actually is making me. It's making Andre 3000. It's making a lot of people question this nigga in ways that they never really have before.
I've never questioned him. As soon as he started fucking with Erykah Badu and he started wearing clothes that stuck to him, and then he was like, "Fuck it, Badu." Yeah. And she started wearing the clothes and whatever was stuck to him. He was like, "I'm gonna put this on today." I already knew he was a gone ass.
Yeah, it's so I'm saying like musically, I see niggas questioning him online now, like because they're like, nigga, you're not just not making music because you don't want to. We feel like you're not making music because you literally can't do it without Big Boy.
Andre 3000 is the Barry Sanders of hip hop, and I say that only because of the fact that he left at his peak. And he just never came. He'll pop his face up and drop a little feature. You're like, oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, cool. Red light, and then he'll just leave. And they'll just leave, and you'll never hear from him again. Last time we saw this nigga, he was backpacking in Japan. Like that's what the fuck he was doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason that if you were so good at making music, like I'm getting to a point where I don't think this man can make music without Big Boy. Like I feel like that because Big Boy is my. So if he's the Barry Sanders of the NFL, I mean of the rap world, then Big Boy is the Dan Marino of the rap world, just the most disrespected because he's being left out of conversations that he does belong in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Big Boy has made great music without. But
I mean, Andre 3000 got a couple of fire features. He got the shit with Future and
the one with John Legend. Like, yeah. But that was also like him, you know. Depending on somebody else. Huh?
He's teasing us like how what Frank Ocean was doing for like 6 years before he dropped another album.
Well, being teased by Frank Ocean has different connotation.
I just realized I forgot it.
It's like being teased by Dwight Howard. Saying what you want.
We got our Dwight Howard.
It's just like I feel like at this point, man, you can't. I'm. Like Big Boy, like they always leave this man out of the discussions, right? Meanwhile, I think Big Boy picks like the coldest fucking beats. He arranges like the dopest fucking like choruses and melodies and all that shit. And he's just really good at what he does. Like all the shit he did with Sleepy Brown and all that shit, the way you move and all that type of shit. Like Andre 3000 wasn't on none of that shit. He wasn't on I Like the Way You Move. No, yes he was. Yeah, he was. I'm thinking of the wrong song. I'm thinking of what was the name of that shit? My heart is like a marching band. It's okay. He had a lot of shit. He had a lot of songs back in the day that came out after the group disbanded. I just can't remember all the name of them. I don't know.
I think Big Boy, especially like with his body of work, I mean, the way he can just kind of be a chameleon on the track and just blend in with it perfectly. His cadence, his just overall prowess on these tracks. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say Andre 3000 is one of those rappers that needs somebody. I think Andre 3000 is just at the point of his career where he don't care to rap. He just doesn't care to rap. He's kind of like in the same space J. Cole be in sometimes, where he like J. Cole don't want to rap for like 2-3 months, and then all of a sudden he'll pop up, he'll drop a dope feature. We're talking about it for 6 months, and then he just goes back into hiding in the witness protection program. Yeah. Like I was shocked when I found out he was going on tour with Drake. I was like, this nigga's going on tour. He don't even like rapping all year. You know what I mean? Like. So like,
but you could tell that J. Cole actually loves rapping. One thing he's gonna do is he gonna pop out and he gonna do his thing. He ain't never win.
I think he loves his craft. I don't think he loves it all year. I think there's times where he kind of just be like, I'm not feeling it this month. I'm not gonna rap. Like Kendrick did that. Kendrick came in, he dropped the album, and he said, all right, that's it.
But this nigga Andre 3000, I don't even think he's 50, and he hasn't rapped in like 20 years.
No, he's 50.
Is he? Let's see. Let's see
Yeah,
how old
he's
this
like
nigga
50,
is.
52.
Is he? Okay. But I feel like he ain't rapped in like 20 years. Like let's
He hasn't dropped an album, but he's been on multiple features. I think his last feature had to be the shit he did with Future.
right. No, he's not 50. This nigga is 48 years old. To be out of the game for 20 years, 48.
Been out of
Nigga,
the
you
game.
quit.
He hasn't dropped
You
the
quit
album
early on.
He hasn't dropped the album since that joint album they did.
He
right?
probably ain't dropped shit since 06, right? 05.
Yeah, that whatever that joint album the Outkast did.
You saw Speaker Box, The Love Below?
Yeah,
Below? That was the last? That had to be like 04, 02, 03.
Damn, so 103,000 is Lauryn Hill?
Yes. Damn.
Damn.
I think that's why I be getting confused when you hear like he was with Erykah Badu. You think like Lauryn Hill though, like he's more Lauryn Hill vibe to me without the attitude, without the fucking arrogance,
The fucking audacity.
the audacity. She born with all the A's, arrogance, audacity, fucking attitude.
All of them put together.
Assimilation. No,
Assimilation is
nuts.
nuts.
Throw it in there.
I think he has one more album. I don't think it's the last album was Speaker Box and Love Below a collab. I want to say there's one more album in between there.
It might have been one more. But this shit is like, I feel like it's, I don't know. Remember this song here? I think I'm in love again. I don't remember what year that shit came out.
That's before that.
That shit always made me sleepy when I hear it.
That's that eclectic shit. That's what it is. Because even the video is weird. It's like him in a fucking spaceship, and I'm like this nigga's high, bro. Like you can tell when niggas just be higher than a bitch when they make a video. Like Busta Rhymes back in the day, higher than a bitch.
Nah, straight up. Oh, speaking of Busta, I think I talked about this shit earlier though. Like, I talked about it on the last podcast, but I guess I get your thoughts on it. What do you think about Benzino being mad at Busta Rhymes for doing a video with his daughter where she was half naked?
The thing with Benzino is that, like, I know you have Busta's number. This nigga's been around the game as long as you've been around the game. This was a text message. You could have said, yo, be easy. All right. And then, it would have been whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then you went on social media to make yourself relevant because you hate the fact that your daughter is more successful than you. And for sure. And you say the shit and now you make it a weird type of situation. Like, nigga, Busta's like, what, 47? 40, I think it's the same age as fucking Jay-Z. Been in the game for like 30,
No,
35.
if he's the same age as Jay-Z, he's 68 and a half.
God damn it. So
Yeah.
But
Jay-Z was rapping in 83. What the fuck?
yo, he was.
We weren't even born then. And this nigga was an adult rapper.
Right, yeah, just talking shit.
Yeah.
But nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Just talk. But yeah, like, I don't know.
48 my ass.
This could have been a conversation, bro. I don't understand, like, why niggas do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They go on social media, they be like, yo, don't touch my daughter. You could have called me and said, yo, what you doing? I could have said, yo, we making a judge. She reached out to me. It's no big deal. My nigga, calm down, whatever. Y'all could have politicked it, tap it up. How can you sit there and say you standing on business, you an old school nigga,
Standing on business.
and you then do some weird millennial shit and get on social media and say, I don't like this. Like, this shit dumb.
You completely right. It's some new age shit, man. Speaking of getting online and doing shit you shouldn't be doing, did you hear about NBA YoungBoy baby mama sitting in her car, literally listening to a Lil Durk song and singing that shit word for word? So it wasn't just done for the cameras. She was feeling that shit. And it all came right after allegedly she showed text messages of her texting YoungBoy. YoungBoy texted her and was like, yo, come get your son. Like, which is his son, which is fucking crazy. And she had just took her son to him. Mind you, if everything she's saying is true, YoungBoy got to be one of the biggest assholes in the world, because she jumped on a flight to take her son to his dad, right? Which she didn't have to do. She could have been like, yo, meet me halfway or anything, you know what I'm saying? She paid for the flights. Every time he goes down there, she pays for the flights herself. So she has to fly herself and her son to, and he wouldn't pay for that as the rich rapper. Then she gets there to go pick up her son. This is all according to her. And she had text messages to back it up. She gets there or whatever to go pick up her son. NBA YoungBoy has two women come beat her up. while she's holding her son.
It's not funny, but it's
Like,
it's on brand.
This is crazy.
Listen, NBA YoungBoy is a skinny rapping version of Rod Wave, and we ignore it all the fucking time. This nigga is crying for help in all of his fucking songs, and nobody sit there and says, "Damn, this nigga might need a fucking hug." Right?
He's the equivalent of Christian Rock, if you think about it. He does all this fuck shit, and nobody really calls him out for it.
Right. So like, this makes sense. I'm not surprised by it. You get what I'm saying? It's to the point where like if he did something normal, we'd probably be like, "Is he okay?" You know what I'm saying? So this is the definition of like, yo, mental health. Like, this nigga got a lot going on. The shit that I done heard from this man's camp is insane. Like, you know what I mean? Like, doing the shit that you're doing, like that shit, having 2 women beat up your baby moms with the son in the hand.
Yeah,
it's on brand with them. I'm not shocked.
She had all type of nicks and cuts on her. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man?
I'm not shocked. Also, this also says something about the women that actually did it. Don't know the girl from a hole in the wall, but you beat the girl's ass because a nigga with money told you to do it. This proves that women will sit there and disregard logic, reasoning, and overall common sense for money.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. This shit gonna clip itself because this is crazy. I know a rapper who is semi-famous. He's not like even like the biggest level rapper, but he's really good at what he does, right? I heard a story from somebody who was at one of his parties, and the story was then verified after that. The man jumped online and said, "Hey, let's meet me at my crib. We're gonna have a party tonight." So he puts that on his close friends. 20 women show up. He put like a lot of bad bitches in his close friends that he don't even know. They pull up to the crib. He put the addy up. They come inside or whatever. Everybody kicking it. This nigga walks into the den, puts a robe on, and his homeboy sitting there. His homeboy was like just sitting there chilling. And then he look at one of the chick, and she bad. He said, "Hey, what's up, my man Dick, real quick." The chick then gets up, grabs his hand, goes to the back, and sucks the man's dick. I'm like, yo, money does shit like that. Cause I ain't never thought I had enough juice to walk up to a chick and say, yo, not me. Go suck my homie's dick. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, money will make motherfuckers do, and fame will make motherfuckers do all types of shit.
Walker?
Huh?
Is it Sauce Walker?
Nah, it's not Sauce. Yeah, nah. Oh, but we're talking about somebody else. Not known, not quite as known as Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? Although a great artist, but it's just kind of crazy though, man. It's the stuff that you hear people do for money out here is wild. Speaking of people doing wild shit with money, they said that Finesse 2 times had a BBL, and one of his baby mamas exposed him. She threw it out there. Now this whole episode gonna sound like we just against women, but it's just really just calling y'all out for the bullshit y'all be doing. So Finesse 2 times, as you know, was in a polygamous relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So he had 3 baby mamas. Well, he had 3 girlfriends. Then all of a sudden, one of them got kicked out of the tribe,
and they got 2 of them.
And the other 2 got pregnant. So, if she had stayed around a little bit longer, she would have got a baby. Yeah, she would have been good. Too. Yep. So the other 2 got pregnant. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened over the last few weeks. One of the baby mamas got kicked out of the tribe as well. He said, from now on, I'm just rocking out with this one. So, boom. The other one that's gone said, man, fuck that nigga. He a weirdo. He got a BBL. Well, bitch, you knew he had a BBL when he was all right. And it was cool when you was there. It was cool when he did it back when he was with you. But now that he ain't with you, it's fuck him.
Yo, listen. Women, the way money be having women do wild shit, and then y'all don't have no shame about it too. Y'all will say some stupid shit like, and so what? No, this matters, bro. This matters. You fucking a nigga with a whole BBL is fucking crazy.
Hey man, my nigga got tired of being shaped like a gelatin mold, and he wanted to get, get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you was cool with that shit at one point. What you think about the male? I said BBL. That's what they was calling the shit, but I don't think that's what it. I don't think that's the technical term. I think he getting some abs done. He getting some fat taken out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, he got the same shit. Patrick got at SpongeBob.
Patrick, he getting the same shit that Bandman Kevo got. You know what I'm saying? This nigga finna be like, he gonna go from Frosty the Snowman to Squidward. Like, it's about to go down.
Diabolical.
Oh shit!
Gotta be to get a fucking BBL as a man.
Well,
And then sit there and tell women you wish you had this on.
Hey man, speaking of getting shit put in your ass, it took us this long to get to this Will Smith shit. Like, so they
How did you correlate?
like, BBL, you know, it's like, hey. So I forget we started off on this Keke. I keep almost calling Keke Palmer Keke Wyatt for some reason. She just cut all her hair off. This bitch looked like Keke Wyatt. Did you see that? Like she cut all her hair off, and now she looks like Lex Luthor. Lexi Luthor or some shit. Like it's crazy. But back to Will Smith, man. Will Smith's former assistant and best friend, from what he was calling himself, just did an interview with Tasha K where he was alleging Will Smith of doing all type of felonious shit. Like and he said he claims to have walked in on Will Smith getting literally like I don't know. He said the dude was like fucking the shit out of Will Smith, like Dwayne Martin. He said that Will Smith was getting fucked by Dwayne Martin. He walked in on it, and now he's throwing that story out there. Jada Pinkett, got wind of it. She was at Breakfast Club today. Said it was a complete lie, and that they are actually pursuing legal action against him. They're going to sue because he made false. You know what I'm saying? He made up false stories because he tried to shake them down for money once before. It didn't work. And this is his next go-to. And Jada, she didn't say this, but I'm going to just say it for her. You can't embarrass her husband. That is her job. So, nigga, we take you to court.
I'm confused because the man was talking about the Will's unit, and I want to know, why do you know what it looked like?
Whoa, what did he say?
He said the reason why Jada was acting crazy was because Pac had listen, pause.
Yeah.
Pac had the elephant trunk, and here you coming in with the shrimp. Pause. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, how do you know what either of them joints look like?
Well, he looks like he would be. He seems like the type of guy that would be interested in.
Yeah, like it don't make no sense to me. Like, how do you know these explicit details about this? It's sick. And then my thing is, you sat on this information about Dwayne Martin moving crazy.
You wanted to sit on more
30. All right. You sat on this shit. You held on to this information for 30 years. You said this happened in the 90s, right? We in this 2023. You could have said this shit in 2000, 2005, 10, 15,
Hold up.
20.
In his defense, that rumor has been going around for decades.
There's been different variations of that rumor, and it all started with Tisha Campbell when she said the reason why she divorced Dwayne Martin was because Dwayne was gay. My thing is, okay,
I didn't even hear her say that.
Damn. That's the one. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why. She said one of the reasons why was because Dwayne was moving funny, and she said that he was fucking a lot of your favorite celebrities, and then she said Will Smith, and then everybody was kind of like, "Girl, shut the fuck up," right? Didn't really pay no attention. And then Lisa Ray said the same thing, like the reason why I lost my husband is because Dwayne Martin and them became best friends. So
I remember her saying that for sure.
So listen, at this point, if Dwayne Martin if Dwayne Martin played for the WNBA and the NBA, hey, cool.
Whoa.
That's his business.
Joanna, man.
Yeah, listen, that's his business. The only thing is that we have to see if Will really takes legal action or if you're just saying it just to say it.
Yeah.
Until I see a deposition or whatever the fuck it is saying that he's suing, bro, I don't know, because this rumor has been it pops up every 5-6 years.
The reason I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that this is a lie, because I probably would have believed it because we've been hearing these stories for so long, but there's one reason and one reason only why I'm not taking this shit serious.
You gonna say Jada?
This interview was held by who?
Tasha K.
This shit was on fucking Tasha K. Now, bitch, this hoe is gonna be staying at CBS like by next year because you want another lawsuit? Are you fucking kidding me? And they about to sue both of y'all ass. Like, yo, at this time next year, like, she not gonna be able to afford a bowl of rice from like this is fucking terrible, my nigga. Like, Like, you gotta relax. Like Nori voice, you gotta relax because you are playing with your own livelihood at this point. Like, Tasha K husband better fucking run for the hills. Like, she is wilding.
I don't really know. Like I said, it pops up every couple of years. Every year, it's always the same thing. Will's doing some weird shit, and then the shit with August Alsina. A lot of people were saying they were both fucking the man. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? He never denied it, but he also never confirmed it. So it just, listen, at this point, if Will played for both teams, if Dwayne Martin played for both teams, it is what it is. At this point, I think a lot of people will respect Will if they said, yeah, Will was out here doing things. Because you know what they're going to say? Jada made that man do that.
Yeah.
Jada made that man do that. You know what I mean? So I think that's why she was so adamant, we're going to sue. Because, then it makes Jada look crazy. Because you stay with a man that was out here moving for both teams.
Hey, man, speaking for playing for both teams, man, Zach LaVine is reportedly went to the Bulls, and they have both.
He wants to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they both, Zach LaVine and the Bulls have mutually agreed that the team is ass, and they both need to go there.
Saying the team is ass with DeMar Rosen, Vujicic, and
Gucci, man.
And fucking, I'll even go as far as say Caruso. It's sick. I think it's not even
Kobe White.
Right? I think the team is constructed bad. That's what it is. I think that
it's a bad built ass.
it's a laundry bag built team. I think listen, the first thing
that's what
I will say that one of them does have to go, whether it's DeRozan, whether it's Vujicic or
no, you gotta blow that shit all the way up, bro. That team, it has to be completely dismantled. I'm keeping Kobe White. Everybody else can go. I might keep Caruso. Everybody else can go.
I don't think you go that far. I think at this point in time, LaVine needs to go because LaVine is he's a type B superstar who has type A superstar capabilities. I think the only issue is that with DeRozan on that team, you have no choice but to
defer.
To defer, right? So you have no choice. I mean, I think people are throwing the Knicks out, but the Bills don't want to make that trade because they don't have any assets.
I don't think they would want to trade within the division anyway. So
at this point, LaVine has no market.
Whoa, why wouldn't LaVine have market? That's
market
quite a few teams that came up. Who do you think would be like if Zach LaVine went there, he could put them over the top?
The Pistons, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Rockets. The Blazers. He needs to go to a team that has a young nucleus. That way he could be that veteran leadership where they kind of defer to him and then they kind of work in tandem. The only problem is that when you trade with young teams, you have to give up something. You have to give it somebody you may be stashing, you may be hiding. The Thunder make the most sense because they have 19 or 26 draft first round picks. I'm kind of asking like, okay, give me 4 first round picks, give me two of your Dorts. I would trade Dorts, and I would trade. I wouldn't trade Giddey.
Clear or dark, bro?
Whatever his name is.
No, clear or dark? What you been drinking today? Cause
dark, man.
What the fuck? Cause did you say the Pistons? I'm talking about teams that got a chance to make some noise. He goes to the Pistons. They're not winning I'm talking about teams. Put them in championship contention.
When you trade for LaVine, you're not winning the championship. No, you're not. You're not winning it in 1 year.
I'm saying what team?
To put him over the top?
Yeah, what team could he put over the top?
None of them.
I'm thinking Sacramento.
Absolutely
I'm thinking
because I'm asking
Grizzlies. I'm thinking if the Grizzlies were completely healthy, I think he should go there.
The Grizzlies.
Like, because I mean, you got like a scorer that's
who are you giving
at all levels.
Who are you giving up?
That's the thing.
That'd be hard. You know who I'm asking for? Bane. I'm asking for Bane Smart, and I'm asking for Jackson. And because
I'm not giving you all 3 of them for this.
You don't have any picks. You don't
barely make the playoffs.
You don't have any picks.
No, we got picks. We got picks.
You got 3 picks.
We got picks. We got picks going for years too. Like
you got second round picks. You got no picks.
Hey man, because that shit. Like
I said, the only feasible trades that they can make the Thunder, because the Thunder have like 26 picks. The Knicks have 12.
The Thunder
picks.
Don't need them.
The Knicks have 12 picks.
What if you went to the Lakers?
For who?
I don't know. That's
D'Angelo Russell? All you're doing is trading one undersized point guard for a fucking undersized shooting guard.
Yeah, he like 2, 3.
And then you're deferring again to LeBron and Anthony Davis and motherfucking what's that motherfucker?
LaVine is such a killer though. Like he goes there and now you can never fucking double this nigga. Like he would fucking feast over there. He would go ape shit, and he's actually the type of player that LeBron would love to play with because he can go get his own.
We already seen this.
Well, he always says one person shine with him. So basically, what would happen is
the only
AD
person that
would
has
become
shine.
Chris Bosh in this situation, and
then
then Levine would be Kyrie.
and then you're degrading Anthony Davis.
Yeah, for sure. But he already degrades his. Anthony Davis already degrades himself. I don't think he ain't even put on the skirt. Like this nigga, this nigga should be way better than he is. He's super inconsistent. So I would say
Levine is not putting you over the top, but Levine is giving you a consistent. Like I said, the only place that I honestly, in my truest opinion, the only place that really makes sense where he can actually make some noise and make a difference is probably New York. And the only reason why I say that, you get rid of Randall, because Randall has poor sportsmanship. He's not a chemistry guy. He's a guy that he's a bull in a china shop. He's going to get you 15 and 10, but he has to be the guy. He's not the guy anymore, right? So because he's not the guy anymore, he's crying and he's bitching because nobody gives a fuck about you, right?
But that
you started the season shooting 40%.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you can pick up size though. Like y'all would be so undersized at that point.
But you give up. You get like so.
Who you giving up?
I'm asking. It's like this, right? If you're blowing up the team, we're taking your initiative and blowing up the team. I'm asking for Vucevic and I'm asking for Levine, right? I can give you Randall, Barrett.
See, that's what I was gonna say.
Four first round picks because I got the picks to give you. 4 first round picks and 2 pick swaps. And I'll throw in fucking.
But how much better does they make the Knicks though?
Throw in quickly, immediately better.
Quickly? Nah, see,
you have to throw in quickly. That's gonna make it better.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like this, you got Vucevic. No, you got Robinson, Vucevic. You got Dorenzo.
See, that's what I was saying about the Grizzlies though.
Levine and Brunson. That's a scary team.
Zach and Vucci, and I give up. I would, because then it's hard because
Dane Jackson Smart.
I ain't giving up
picks. I'm telling you right now, Dane Jackson Smart pick. That's what I'm asking.
But I would, but if I get Vucci and Zach, I would give up Jaren Jackson Jr. and I would give up maybe Smart. I don't know. I give you a shooter. What's his name? The white boy we got that used to be with the Pistons like last year. He's a real shooter. He got hurt with us though. I forgot his name. But he started with the Clippers.
Yeah, I forget his name. But I know you're talking.
Yeah. So we give y'all something. And then
the Rockets, the Rockets have a surplus of talent, and they're playing amazing right now.
So why fuck that up? That's the whole thing. You got this totally young core. Why would I bring Zach LaVine in?
Because they're gonna hit a wall.
I mean, but do you want them? They got to work through that at some point. Like they got.
But you have that veteran in Levine who's going to help you.
They already got that veteran though.
Who the hell? Oh, you talking about Brooks?
Van Fleet? No.
Oh,
Van Fleet. That's why they're playing. People are forgetting he's out there. That's why they're playing so much better.
I forgot that.
That boy out there running that shit, man.
He is. Yeah, I will say he's definitely a vocal leader and stuff like that. I just forgot he was there.
Man, speaking of fucked up vocals, Tamar Braxton brung Christian Rock out to her show
the other night. She did not do that.
Bro, she invited her.
She invited her, and then she came on stage on some
with a microphone.
Shit.
Who the fuck gave this motherfucker a microphone?
She said, "Yeah, sing that." Yeah,
yeah, she out there. She had her little mama moment with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. That was crazy, man. Like
after the second year, you gotta stop singing. And it's like, hey, excuse me, you don't hear
my
man. My man, what you?
Yeah, that's what my man.
Yeah, you gotta escort her off the stage after that. You gotta sit there, you gotta tap her ear or something, tap your hip. I don't know, something. Get her the fuck off the stage. Man, I don't know.
They make so many excuses for this chick. So Christian Rock was invited to the Tamar Braxton show. Tamar Braxton was on stage actually doing her thing, like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they say Christian Rock was under the impression that she was supposed to be performing. Tamar Braxton's team said that they had no idea that she even did music. That shit is fucking hilarious. But apparently that triggered Krishan to get mad
and hit one. I think she hit one of the background singers.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of the guys that's a part of Tamar's crew. She punched this man. This man, she must have hit this nigga so hard because he had to go have dental surgery done. And then Christian Rock denied the whole thing.
She got hella rings on her.
That's what did it. So then she denies the whole thing, but then she deleted her page on Instagram, what do you call it?
I think she deactivated.
She deactivated her Instagram page.
She was still on Twitter though.
Yeah, and then one of her friends went live on Instagram, and she was sitting right there, and they was talking. It was basically like an interview. So it's like, what's the point of like deactivating if you're gonna still be on Instagram? It's fucking crazy. But the thing is, people are still taking up for her and making all of these goddamn excuses. My thing 24? Is, bro, yes, they saying she's young. Yeah. I said, yo, she like 24, 25, And y'all keep on using this excuse that Chris Rock is young.
Cheers.
Man, Chris Brown was like 9 when he hit Rihanna. And y'all holding this shit against this nigga to this day. What the fuck, man? Like, y'all, there's no consistency.
You're not allowed to do anything against women. That's the problem. Women, like I said, women have this unwavering support for bad behavior, and women support bad behavior. This is why Christiane gets the pass that she gets. This is why, even though the video with Keke Palmer will probably surface the next day or two, they're gonna sit there and say, but he probably pressured her, and that's why she did that. Like, you gotta understand, women will defend murder if they fucking have to.
They literally have, and like, all the time on Instagram.
And that's the problem, right? Like, women don't really know how to pull their chick to the side and say, "Hey, bitch, you fucking up." Right?
A chick could kill somebody, and another woman would be like, "Well, what did he do?"
There's women defending Jada. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you know that women really defend bad behavior, because you're defending Jada and you're saying stupid shit like, you gotta understand when you're married in the moment, and you're like, no, you're just like, bad behavior, bro. Like, it's just bad behavior. I said, but I will shoot some bail for her, and I will say that Christian is just 24, 25. I don't know, and you could tell she's been through a fucking lot. Yeah. And I think mentally, I don't think she's all the way there because of all the trauma that has happened to her. Yeah. So I think a lot of this is really her coping mechanism, and we're watching somebody go through emotional discourse in real fucking time. It's a fucking nasty thing to watch. But no, like I said, she doesn't have a good team, because if she had a good team to kind of pull it to the side and say, hey, you fucking up, I think she'd be in a better spot, because everybody in her circle are yes men or yes women. That's the issue.
Facts. Nah, real talk, man. Like, every once in life, you gotta do shit that you not like you have to change for the better. We were just talking about the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan is a Crip that is forced to wear red every day. Do you think he likes doing that shit?
Yo, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
This nigga is out there parading around like, you know what I'm saying, like super blood, but he a fucking Crip. Like, it is what it is. But, you know, like, she gonna have to grow up eventually, and these women making all of these goddamn concessions for her terrible attitude is not doing anything good for her in the long run.
Yeah, they see the behavior and they're enabling the behavior. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But these are the same people that listen to Sexy Red and don't see no problem with her twerking and pregnant as fuck, barefoot on the stage.
That baby is like on a perpetual roller coaster. Like,
I know that baby. Yo, son.
That baby in there hitting the...
Baby going through PTSD in the stomach. Anytime she hear anything loud, that baby going to be like, what the fuck? Eyes gonna light up. I know that baby going through it.
That baby, like, nah, that baby hear something loud, they gonna think it's just another day at the park. Cause like, goddamn, I've been hearing this shit. What we talking about? Hey man, you wanna hear some other dumb shit? Kim Kardashian graced the cover of GQ for the Man of the Year issue. Yo, this makes the second person to come out of that family that was on the cover that was meant for the opposite sex.
Kris Jenner is the Tony Stark of our time. The way she managed to maneuver and get these people in the right spot at the right time. Kris Jenner is our Tony Stark. The way she do things is unbelievable. How the fuck did you do that? Like, how did you get Kim on the cover of Man of the Year? There is millions and billions of men, and you managed to call Kim and say, yo, we got a GQ cover, Man of the Year type shit. Nothing crazy. Yeah, we just need you to kind of take pictures and stuff and portray.
She put a suit on.
Yeah, portray yourself as a man real quick. And, like, we'll give you about $2 million.
Not a problem. That's crazy. She put on a suit for Man of the Year. She put on a suit like behind them goddamn slacks. It ain't a wet ass pussy. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all killed Kris Jenner. Kill Kris Jenner. I'm sorry, not Bruce Jenner. Excuse me, wrong Jenner. Y'all killed Bruce. When he won Woman of the Year, y'all said this is diabolical, this is nasty work. And yeah, Kim's on the thing. Y'all saying bitch slay.
No, nah, straight up, bro. Like, this is crazy as fuck, man. Like, I don't get it. I'm really like trying my best to find the, like, and they say that they was like they were gonna delve into how she took over her father's empire. She's not a lawyer. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, she is not in law. Like, you know what I'm saying? She levies her celebrity to help people out from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is, you know,
admirable.
Kudos to you is definitely admirable, but you are not a lawyer. Like, let's not act like Skims is changing the world for for men. Like, speaking of niggas wearing drawers all the time, Patrick Mahomes allegedly wore the same drawers every year, every day for his rookie season, and he still goes back to those drawers now because they're lucky.
And then he says he washes them only a couple of times. When you see his wife, you see the reason why it's okay. That's all I gotta say.
Damn. And that just kind of goes back to what we was talking about. If you got money, you can do whatever the fuck, because you know it's still it's groupies out there sucking the skin off this nigga dick, and he been wearing the same drawers since February 1st, 1992. Like, what the fuck? This nigga drawers stand up by themselves. Like, he don't even gotta put them in the drawer. They sit there like collectible items. Like, this nigga drawers is an action figure at this point. His drawers have posable thumbs. Like, this is fucking crazy. Your drawers got a kung fu grip. It looks like he starched his shit. Like, why would anybody be cool with fucking letting that information out of the bag? Like, you know what? He is mixed, because there is no way a black person would admit that shit.
You don't need a cup. That shit is the cup.
Yeah.
shit.
Yo, that shit is a weapon. If somebody breaks in his house, if he throws his drawers at him like a ninja star, he's going to pierce their heart. This nigga could play John Wick. This nigga could play one of the foot soldiers that goes against the Ninja Turtles, because his drawers is a fucking ninja star. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is not black shit. This is not black excellence.
This is not black excellence.
You know, now we gotta let the white people claim him too when we say like shit like, you know, first black quarterback to do blah 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 blah. They gonna be like, we in there too.
Yeah, the trash talking is crazy now. I can only imagine what trash talking is like.
Hey,
that funky underwear wearing ass motherfucker out of here.
Oh, real shit, bro. Like, yeah, they on his ass in the locker room. Like, yo, I could just imagine. It's like he gonna be on the field. And like when the women be throwing their bras at Drake, now niggas gonna be throwing like fresh packs of Hanes on them. Like, yo, who threw these triple XLs out? DM me, look at that.
DM me.
Yo, that's fucking disgusting, my nigga. Like, damn, that's crazy.
And to put them, oh my god, to put them shits on, I know. They can be feeling like a new man in them shits. Oh,
man, speaking of unkept light-skinned niggas, man, Klay Thompson, is he the biggest asshole in the NBA at this point?
No.
It's
Chris Paul.
I mean, you know, that's the GOAT. He's the godfather.
That's the GOAT.
He's the godfather of assholery. You know what I'm saying? Like, and headassery.
If you had a starting lineup of assholes, it'd be for sure. I would have Randall at power forward. I got Klay Thompson at shooting guard. Chris Paul point guard.
Definitely running the point on that.
Let's see. Trying to
Who
think.
else would be in there?
James Harden would have. No, I would have to move Klay Thompson to small forward. Put James Harden at shooting guard. And then for center, who's an
No. You got too many names out there before you put Draymond in that shit.
I just said Draymond would be my center because Draymond, I don't think there's a center that's an asshole like that.
Yeah, like
Draymond's a center, like for sure. That all asshole team, pause. Crazy.
Yeah. This dude is a fucking. No, I've got to put Jimmy Butler in there. James Harden out.
Jimmy Butler's funny.
Jimmy is.
He gets a pass because he's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. He's funny. Like, but yo, Klay Thompson, on the low, he has been like terrorizing the NBA, saying all type of crazy shit to niggas, and when niggas get on his ass, it's like
he retreats.
Yeah, and it's like, so last night when he started that fight, because he was grabbing on niggas and shit, and they grabbed him or whatever, it just made me think about that time he cussed Devin Booker out, and Devin Booker started wearing his ass out, and
he got upset.
Then he got mad as shit. Then it made me think about somebody else. I cannot remember who he was talking to, but the person said something, the person said something back, and then he was like, don't worry about it. You'll be out of the fucking league by this.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Yeah, he said, don't worry about it. You'll be in the G League. goddamn.
Yo, that's fucking cold. Like, you did not have to do that, bro. Like,
Yeah, I remember you
I'm a
talking
Titans fan, and I don't like Ryan Tannehill because he said something similar to a practice squad player. Like, it was a cornerback that was a practice squad player.
Mhm.
This nigga decides to take it upon himself to say, like, yo, I'm destroying this bomb ass dude every time down the field. He sucks. He ain't got no money. Get your paper up, you broke ass. Why would you say that to somebody though?
Ron Tanner's the same person who was like, I'm not training no fucking person to replace me. He said, y'all gotta get rid of me.
Yo, that's fucking crazy. Bro.
He said, get the fuck rid of me before I train somebody. He said, why the fuck would I do that? I respect it. I was like, why the fuck am I doing that?
I get it, but at the same time, it's like, yo, my God, like when you are so up, some of the shit, you don't have to say some of the shit. Sometimes you can just let people rock. Like, you could be like, you know, like, I understand, don't let nobody disrespect you, but from what I understand, the cornerback, this is when he played for Miami or whatever. And I actually liked him when he was in Miami because he used to always kick the Patriots' ass out of nowhere. Their team would be terrible, but then he'll beat them.
Easy.
Yeah, all the fucking time. Like, he had their number. So I used to like him. And then when I heard about it, they used to say that they was in practice. And it was when that dude, that center had quit. Remember they had...
Ponce? Was it Ponce?
I forgot the dude's name, but he quit. And because he said he was getting bullied. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
he said he was getting hazed and he had to leave.
You the biggest motherfucker in there. Sit on one of these bitches.
It was Ponce. I think it was Ponce because he has a brother and he was on the Steelers. Yeah, I think I had to be.
Whoa, wait a minute. So I know about them. I thought them niggas was Rough Riders. I don't think this dude was related to them, but he's light skinned and big, so you probably
that's it. They light skinned. I don't know.
Yeah. So this dude retired, right? And then he put out like he started just telling her about
he
like
telling everybody. He was like, "Yeah, the locker room was poisonous. It was bad."
Yeah, and so like he said that their cornerback or whatever, like Ryan Tannehill was just going at him, like calling him all type of bums and how he sucked and you know like the practice squad players make $50,000 a year apparently at that time, and he was like, man, you can't even afford to be out here with us. Like he was just like going crazy. He was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was just like, yo, ever since then I was like, yo, this dude's an asshole.
Do that shit too.
I believe it.
Brett Favre was a
fucking racist too. It's like I put him in that fucking bag with fucking Kevin Nash, niggas I used to like when I was a kid, and then you realize they fucking racist when you get older.
To be fair, Kevin Nash is a racist because somebody did something to his son.
That doesn't make you a racist.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not excusing it, but I understand the hatred you may have because that's your son.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he don't go out the way, but he do say some shit that makes you go. I remember he said it was him and Booker T. He had said some wild shit. Booker T was like, "What the fuck? Like, what you just said?" Like,
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. You remember that?
and then he grabbed his face. And then he spoke on that. He said that when he did that, they had called him. They had called him in there.
Did he go to the office?
Yeah, he was like, they called him in, and he said, "Yeah, I fucked up." And they're like, "No, we love it." Like.
Yo, the look on his face when he said, "We're coming for you, nigga," and then he said,
and then he got scared because he was gonna get fired, and then he was like, "Nah, we love it. We love
heart
it."
was beating like.
I know he was scared to death. He said she was shook to death.
Man, what? They said, no, we love it. Big McMahon liked it so much. He was like, I'm gonna go out there and say it next time. Like, and he did it. He said, nigga on one of the shows.
He said, "What's up,
my nigga?"
But he said it so like.
What's up, my nigga?
He was like, "What's up, nigga?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like with his whole chest.
Yo, he takes Booker T right after that. Yo, did I say it the right way? Did I get the inflections right on the nigga? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Remember when he fucking wore the do-rag and he was walking like George Jefferson?
Yeah, this dude.
and he looked at John Cena and was like, "Fuck you looking at?" Nah.
Oh man. Speaking of fucking uncontrollable rich niggas, Rick Ross is hiring a personal flight attendant that he's gonna pay $115,000 a year just to ride on the flights with him, you know. But I mean, it seemed like a cool ass job till you think about it.
There's fine print, ladies.
Yeah, well, you have to be bad as fuck to get this job. First of all, second of all, it's Rick Ross, so you thinking it's gonna be easy? You think this nigga gonna be done after one bag of peanuts? This nigga gonna be like, yeah, let me get the boiled turducken, put the extra gravy on it. let me get a bologna sandwich and a ham sandwich and a burger, and then put a cheeseburger on top of that. Let me get some bubbly, and let me get let me get some Kool-Aid, extra sugar. Let me get some Funyuns and some fries and some wedges, and we get a meatloaf stuffed with walnuts. And we get,
Why is this stuff with
chicken and
walnuts?
dressing. I'm on my health kick right now. Walnuts are very good for the bounce. And I want ice cubes, but not any type of ice cubes. I want my ice cubes to actually be frozen drinks, like maybe ginger ale. Freeze some ginger ale into ice cubes and then pour water on that shit. And I want my ginger ale ice cubes in my water, but it has to be sparkling water.
Niggas having a deconstructed ginger ale is fucking nuts. Like, fucking nuts. What the fuck? Nigga said, let me get the ginger ale ice cubes with the sparkling water.
By the end of that flight from Atlanta to New Orleans, which takes approximately 30 minutes, this bitch gonna have 17,000 steps in. Like, that's gonna be crazy.
New Orleans is fucking crazy. Nigga gonna say Cali. Nigga said New Orleans. Nigga said next door.
Then he gonna say, ding. The flight attendant gonna come back, and then he gonna be like, hey, we're about to arrive in New Orleans. I need you to call that restaurant I like.
Have my food ready.
Put my reservations in. We'll be there at 7.
Yo.
Woo! That's gonna be crazy though, but that's a fucking hell of a job though.
Shit, 115,000, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm pretty sure there's more fine print to it,
Yeah,
but you know they don't care.
she gonna be like, she gonna have to be bad, but then it's gonna be like crazy because she gonna be getting so many steps in. She gonna have to wear compression sleeves on her skirt. So this bitch gonna look like she.
So they gonna have to dress like she ready for a game of 21?
Yeah, she gonna look like Grandmama. You remember Larry Johnson?
My goodness. That man had all the gear on before gear was cool, bro.
All that shit. Oh man.
Between him and Patrick Ewing, son, oh man, the gear, bro. Them fucking knee pads was fucking wild. I'm like, god damn, son.
Straight up, man. Oh man. So I was thinking about earlier, like, you know, so a lot of times nowadays we be like, yo, I don't know, Gunna is kind of like changing the perception on what you can be in real life versus like maintaining a career. But then I was like at the gym earlier and I heard the song. It was super hard. I'm like, damn, who is that? I said, is that Quando Rondo? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, damn. You know what's fucked up? Is Quando Rondo has always been a solid artist. It's just that the world perceives him as a bitch. So it's like they don't respect his pen or it's like his ability to make
because
music.
of what he does. Like, yo, the reason why 6ix9ine was still getting the looks he was getting was because the nigga stood on his business. The nigga said, yo, I don't give a fuck. It was either me or them. And it's
fuck
gonna be
them.
them.
Right.
That's what the fuck he said. And niggas respected it. They was like, nah, I'm not gonna hold you. And then everybody was like trying to defend it. It was like, what if the niggas was giving you 15 years and you got your family at home? Who's gonna provide for them? And niggas was like, you're fucking right. Like, so like, you know what I mean? But Quando Rondo be saying weird shit and then he'll be put in a situation where he gotta stand on business and he'll run and it's like, see, bitch made. Like, it's so bad because you understand why he running, but because of the fact he was talking so much cash money shit, it's like, I don't even want to deal with it no more, bro.
Nah,
I can't defend it.
Nah, Quando Rondo, like, yeah, because he was a Crip, and then he was like, yeah, I ain't a Crip no more. Like, it was like, because I don't like the way y'all did X, Y, and Z. Well,
like, critiquing a gang is nuts. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Denounce your own gang.
Nigga said Crips 4 out of 5. I'm not really feeling
What do you
that. They had their good moments, but for me, hey, I only fuck with 5-star people.
Hey, I've been wanting to wear red for the longest anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like, he was so cripped out, like in his music. Like he even had a song called Triple C's or whatever, or Double C's. Double C's, I've been creeping, yeah, the hard way. So it was like he was always like, claiming his cripping like in all his music. So to denounce it so quick was like, and then shit would just happen where like he wasn't like that, according to the streets, he wasn't really standing on business. So they just kind of looked at him like he a bitch, and then like his music doesn't get the love that it should get because of that, which I don't think is necessarily right. But at the same time, if you promoting like the street life, the gangster life, like
I think
you're a fan,
he got a rebrand. He got to do what Her did. You know how many times Her rebranded, son? Her was like 3 different people. He got a rebrand, bro.
Yeah, a rebrand would be dope for Quando Rondo. He should become like a gospel rapper. He could be like, I don't know.
Sometimes a rebrand like helps your career. Future had to rebrand. Wasn't his name like Dirty or something like that, or some weird shit?
Future?
Yeah, it was
Meathead.
Meathead. See, that was you had to have a rebrand over that. Like,
that's crazy.
Nigga, you imagine, yo, you got that meathead in your surrounding balls, bro.
Isn't the whole nigga name? Whole name is just Pause. Pause out. Like, yeah. He could definitely use a rebrand. Get away from Young Boy. You ain't cripping no more. Maybe he could maybe he could stay in the same line. Like he could go to college. He could become a Sigma, and then he could still wear blue, and then he could, like just promote the Greek life. You know what I'm saying?
Just promote being in the educational gang. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, double cheese. I've been Greek and made a heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been slumping, I'm on tour. Like that'd be hard though. Like, but yeah, it's kind of crazy how like your brand,
affects anything.
Yeah, because like when you a gangster rapper, your fan base tends to be mostly gangsters. Like you know what I'm saying? So
niggas that relate to your struggle.
Exactly.
And once they find out that you never had a struggle, like your name is fucking Clarence, niggas stop fucking with you, bro. This nigga's not a killer.
Straight up. Oh, hey. So I don't know if I said this on camera before. We're gonna close out after we go through this, but I found like a way to catch every woman like off guard, like when or like make them admit that, like, so a lot of women like to say like, men place these like, we are the same, everything should be equal. And the reason is, and like, so don't judge a woman for her body count. Don't judge a woman like, I don't even ask body count, but like, I'm saying like there's a lot of shit that they throw out there. Don't judge women on their body count. Like a man could be a hoe too. And that just makes no sense. I'm sorry. Like men and women are definitely different. And so y'all can do this little trick. I say this all the time to women, and they literally never have a comeback. They always agree with me after I say this. I say, have you ever had sex with 2 dudes? I start off really soft. I say, have you ever had a threesome? And then before they can answer, I'll be like, hold up, my bad. I mean, have you ever had a sex with 2 dudes? Because a threesome is all 3 parties involved. Have you ever had a threesome with 2 dudes where they fucked you? Every time I ask a woman, has she had a threesome with 2 dudes or let 2 dudes hit, they always say the same thing. Hell no. No. I would never do that. I said, oh, okay. No, I get it. My bad. Now, ask me, have I had sex with 2 women? They were like, have you? Yes. Yes, I have. I'm like, and I would do it again. It was like, I loved it. Like, it's like, you see the difference in what you felt when you answered that question and what I felt when I answered the question, and how I was ready to say yes. We're not the same. You are the one that placed those values on yourself. You think it's disgusting to sleep with 2 dudes, while I find it perfectly normal to sleep with 2 women. We are completely different. And that right there illustrates it the best way possible. You are actually offended when somebody asks you a question about your own sexuality. You feel like it's disgusting. I don't feel like it's disgusting for me to fuck with 2 women. You feel like it's disgusting for you to fuck with 2 dudes. So when you're out here fucking with more than 1 dude and taking multiple dicks, I think it's disgusting because you already told me that it was disgusting by your admission during that question I just
Wow,
had.
Don DeMarco, son. That my nigga dropped the gem, son. God damn.
And we're gonna end this episode just like that. It's another episode, a whole lot of cap, man. Got my guy
Yes, sir.
Kevin this thing. We're gonna holler at y'all next week. Appreciate you.
You had said that one time I tried.